So the Dems have been calling for diversity. Then they started calling for unity. And now they're calling for war. So what is it? Which one do you want? We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right. So here over the past several years, they've been they've been advocating for diversity. Let's be a diverse. Let's be diverse. Well, so first of all, let's dive into diversity a little bit and find out what exactly they mean by diversity. Webster's dictionary defines the best words defines diversity as the condition of having or being composed of different elements, the inclusion of people of different races, cultures, etc., in a group or organization. So it's basically composing of different parts and different elements, and or in a people, different races, different cultures, different. So that's what, and Google defines it as a state of being diverse or variety, or number two, the practice or quality of including or involving people from a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds and of different genders, sex orientations, etc., sexual orientations, etc. Equality and diversity should be supported for their own sake. So that's what they're kind of like, different parts, be different. It's good to be different. It's good to have diversity. It's good to, which I totally agree. I'm not, not denying that fact that, yeah, we should be diverse. That's what makes America so great. That's what makes it this an awesome country. And the diversity, and at the other point is, where do you draw the line on diversity? Because we've been letting a lot of people come in here without, undocumented, and that's why Trump's closed the border, and because they've been flooding in, and they've been bringing, some terrorists have been coming up across there. Some known terrorists have been coming up there, up across our southern border, that aren't from Mexico. And again, I'm not against Mexico. I'm not against Mexicans. I'm not against Mexicans being in our country. I'm not. I would prefer they come in legally. It's like if you relate the country to your own house. Would you want them sneaking in unwanted, not necessarily unwanted, but just sneaking in through your back door without, checking in first, or without, knocking at your door? Would you just, how would you react? If you think of your country as your home, your house, you probably wouldn't want them just sneaking in, just sneaking across, coming into your house for no reason. A lot of people, you hear a lot of stories about people getting shot for that. And I'm not necessarily saying I advocate for shooting illegal immigrants trying to come across our border. So don't think I'm trying to say shoot them. But if you treat it as though it's your house and somebody sneaks in, people get shot for that. So if you look at it that way, but diversity is a good thing, and I like having a diverse thing. I like different cultures. I like trying different foods. I like learning about different things. But there's certain things that I prefer to be done. Like you're coming into our country. Yeah, it's, you can argue whatever, that there's no official language. There's no, but speak the language that the people speak in the country you go to, because a lot of them don't. A lot of them expect us to learn their language. They come in here and, you speak Spanish. You speak Spanish? No, but I don't. I speak English. Do you speak English? Oh, no, no, I don't. So it's like some of them, and it's not the majority of them. I'm not trying to throw the few ruin it for the many, and that's the thing, is there's a few of them that don't, and they make the whole thing look bad, and that's where it is. And I'm not trying to throw the whole culture under the bus and all that, but over the years, the bad ones have, they've taken the Pledge of Allegiance out of our classrooms, because, oh, I'm Mexican, I don't have to say that. So they've just taken it out. They've taken the American flag out. They've taken, they've done certain things that, to our country, to our traditions that we've been doing for ever and ever. And argue what you want. Yeah, illegal immigrants. It's not, this was the Indians. This was the Indians' place. Well, that being said, you're here too. Those that are saying this belongs to the Indians, you're here too. You're in this country too. So, you're just as guilty as all of us. We're as guilty as you. You're as guilty as, oh, so, you know. But anyway, that's not where I'm going with it. Diversity is a good thing, but, there are those few that ruin it for the many. Those few that are bringing the drugs. Those few that are committing crimes. There are those few that make the whole thing look bad. Anyway, and then they start talking about unity. We want unity. unity. So let's dive into unity. Unity. Google's definition of unity is the state of being united or joined as a whole, or the number one. The slope of each dotted line is less than the unity. So basically, being one, being, you know, and Webster's defines it as the quality or state of not being multiple, a definite amount taken as one, or for which one is made to stand in calculation in a table. Natural signs, the radius of a circle is regarded as unity. So some of that's going into math, but the first one was the quality or state of not being multiple. So diversity is being a variety, having lots. Unity is having one. So it's like those kind of are like opposite. Okay. And it's like, how does that work? How do you want to be diverse and have unity? You know, I mean, I kind of understand where you're coming from, though. We need to all come together and be more of, you know, a unit. You know, we're all Americans, or we're all humans, or we're all whatever you want to call it. Because some of you aren't from America, and I get that. Some of you aren't Americans. Some of you live in different countries. But just in the sake of, you know, whatever country you're in, we're all that country. We're all that native. Like in my country, we're all American. Let's be united in that. We can agree to disagree. That's the thing. We can have difference of opinions and still be friends and still have civilized conversations and not, you know, not distribute hate to everybody. And so, I mean, both of these, you know, the Dems are calling for this, and I totally agree. You know, I don't vote Democrats. I'm kind of against them, and I'm, you know, but that doesn't necessarily mean we can't have a discussion. We can't be civilized with each other. We can't, you know, be friends. You know, I worked next to a guy that didn't like Trump. He was, oh man, Trump. You know, he was, you know, but we were civilized. We talked to each other. You know, we didn't talk politics much because we knew we didn't share the same views, and so we kept it like, you know, we talked about cars. We talked about, you know, other stuff. We didn't, you know, and that's what unity is. It's not, well, you voted for Trump, so you're a racist, or you voted for Biden, so you're a pedophile, or, you know, it's just because you voted for somebody, just because you support somebody doesn't mean you're what the media thinks you are, or whatever. What, you know, we can disagree. That's what makes the country so great, you know. I mean, like I said, other countries, I don't know how your you know, freedoms are exactly, but here in America, that's what makes it so great is the diversity, and is the unity, and is the differences of opinion. You know, we can still share differences of opinion and still be able to get along. You know, and I don't see why everybody can't do that. And it's you know, it's like if everybody liked McDonald's, there would be no need for Burger King, no need for Wendy's, no need for Carl's Jr., no need for, everybody would like McDonald's, and it would be a pretty boring place if all there was McDonald's. If everybody just liked Fords, you'd make a lot of Chevy people mad. You'd make a lot of Dodge people, Toyota, you know, people. Not everybody has to like McDonald's. Not everybody has to like Ford. Not everybody, but that doesn't mean we have to hate each other. Okay, just because somebody voted for Trump doesn't mean you have to hate them just because they voted. Just because, well, you voted for Trump, I hate every single thing about you. Or you voted for Biden, I hate everything about you. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to look at you. It doesn't matter. You know, it shouldn't matter. That's what unity is. They're calling for unity. I agree, but I don't necessarily agree with what they want out of unity, because they're not showing it either. You know, they hate MAGA people just as much as the MAGA people hate the Biden people, or whatever they're called. So it goes both ways. You know, neither side. You know, they're calling for it, but they're not practicing it. You know, neither side is practicing it, because diversity doesn't, or unity doesn't mean let's all believe the same thing. Let's all have the same beliefs. Let's all have the same thoughts. Let's all have the same opinions. That's not what unity is. Unity is agree to disagree, have civilized conversations, and if you can't, then don't talk about it. You know, don't talk about politics. Like me and my work neighbor, you know, we work right next to each other, and we talk a lot, and we have fun. We have really good conversations where I could consider him my friend, but his political views are different than my political views. We just don't talk about it. He started talking about it one day, and we kind of got a little heated on it, and it's just, all right, we better not talk about politics anymore. And we haven't really talked about it much since then. but we still get along. We're still that's the unity we need to have. Okay, just because you don't agree with me doesn't mean I'm a terrorist. Doesn't mean I'm evil. Doesn't mean I'm the enemy. Doesn't matter. We're all American. We're all humans. We're all whatever, And why can't we be like that? Why can't it be like that? So I totally agree with the Dems on that. Let's have diversity. I have no problems with diversity as long as they do it the right way. As long as they're not sneaking in. As long as we're able to know that these people that are coming in are actually decent people. Because over the last few years, a lot of people have come across that aren't good people, and it's those few that ruin it for the rest of everybody. You see some of these Middle Eastern people, and some of them may be awesome people, but the few that are terrorists are kind of make you think like, oh, you're a Middle Eastern person. Should I trust you? Or you're a whatever. You're a Mexican from are you illegal? I work with a lot of Mexicans in my new job. I just got a new job, a better job, better paying job, but there's a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Hispanics, whatever you want to call them, Mexicans, Hispanics. They speak a lot of Spanish. That's all I know. I don't know exactly what their nationality is. I would assume they're Mexican, but it's all Spanish. They're all talking Spanish to each other, which they're all awesome people, and they all know English. I can even have a conversation with them. I don't know if I have no idea if they're here illegally, if they're legally, nor do I care, because they're good people. They're the good ones. They're the ones that, yeah, I have no problems with those guys being here. It's the ones that are bringing over the drugs. It's the ones that are bringing over the crime. It's the ones that are coming in from the Middle East and up into our borders that are actually known terrorists. Those are the ones I have a problem with. And because of those few, we have to close our borders, at least until we can figure out a better system to only allow the good ones in. And then lately, since Trump's been in office, and since Elon Musk, him and Elon have been doing some government auditing, now the Dems are calling for war. Well, I think you kind of went a little backwards on what you've been talking about. War, they're talking about we need a fight in the streets. We need to. Another one of them was unfortunately, we might have to see some people get killed. Why? They're auditing the government. They're auditing the spending of the government, the spending of our country. That sounds like a good thing to me. We're eliminating wasteful spending. We're eliminating, they're working on getting rid of some of the nonsense spending and some of the debt and some of, that to me that sounds like a good thing. I don't know why you're getting so mad about it. But I think it's because these government officials are part of it, and they're, next time the next thing they're investigating is why these politicians are coming into politics broke, making a salary of just a couple $100,000 a year at most, which isn't much. It's a lot more than I make. I'd love that kind of money, but 150,000, 200,000 a year, 250,000 a year, whatever it is they make, and then just a few years in, they're worth tens to hundreds of millions of dollars or more. I'd like to know how that's happening. If it's legit, it's legit. They shouldn't have anything to hide. They should be fine. Audit me. But yet they're like, no, no, no. Let's kill them. Let's fight. Let's battle. Let's go to war. Let's kill. And kind of makes me think you're in on something that you don't want to be found out. But they're gonna find out, so you want to try and kill them before they can, or you want to fight, or you want to battle, or you want a war, you want to fight it, because if you had nothing to hide, you'd be all over it. You'd be like, fine, audit me. I got nothing to hide. Go for it. Good luck. Good luck finding something. Good luck wasting your time. It's just these people. They're making it obvious, and it's obvious. And again, I don't think what they're doing is a bad thing, and neither should you. You're finding out what the government's spending your money on. If they find out that everything's legit, cool, but they're finding out what they're spending your taxpayers' dollars on. Is that a bad thing? I don't think that's a bad thing. That they're just, even if it ends up being good, I don't think it will. I have my beliefs, but even if there's nothing to hide, whatever, let them audit it. They're finding out where your money's going. I'd like to know where my money's going. I'm paying these guys. What are they doing with it? Are they fixing the roads? Are they fixing or are they sending it overseas to Guatemala for sex change operations? I don't agree with that. Are they spending it on a Sesame Street show over in Iraq? I don't agree with that either. That's not what I wouldn't support that. So why should my money go to that? And hopefully they shut down all this IRS stuff and this tax. So I hope they do. I don't think we should have to pay taxes, but and if they did, this is how I think they should do it. I think on the ballot, when you're voting, they should give you a list of everything that they're trying to raise tax money for, and you can pick what you want your tax money to go to. You vote, okay, I want this much to go to here, this much to go to this, or I support roads, I support bridges, I support this. Okay, that's where we're going to spend your, that's where we're going to put your tax dollars to. If you over here, you support abortions and you support climate change, and you, then we'll put your money over here, and then it's, you know, then we'll see what really gets the most support. If they're going to tax, I think they should let us choose where our money's going. If they're going to tax us at all, I don't think they should tax us at all. I mean, with all the money there, with all the corruption, the fraud, and the malicious spending that they're finding, technically, I think they should refund some of that back to us. But whether they do or not at this point, I don't care. I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice if they like, here, you know, this is what we found. Here's a check of, here's a refund check for, you know, all the bad spending that they shouldn't have been spending. But whether they do or not, they can use it towards paying off the national debt, whatever. They can use it to, because that's what it should have gone to. It should have gone to paying off the debt, and it should have gone to good stuff. So if they're going to use it towards something good, if they're going to use it to strengthen our military, or they're going to use it for that, because that's what it should have gone to begin with. But it would be nice if they gave some of that back to us. But you know what? If they do, they do. If they don't, well, whatever. But as long as it stops here and we don't have to go through that anymore. But anyway, like I said, war, diversity, unity, and war. That's what they've been calling for over the past few years, and it seems like all that's like the only one I don't agree with is the war. You know, let's have diversity. Cool, let's do it. Let's have unity. Cool, let's do it. But let's not do it like believe what I believe or else type of unity. Not like we're all going down the same road, the same path, the same tunnel vision. You know, that's not the unity I want. I want the unity of like me and my friend at work. He didn't vote for Trump. I did. He knows that. I know he didn't. He knows I didn't. He knows I support this. I know he supports that, and we're still civilized with each other. We still joke around. We're still, you know, and we don't like hate each other. We're not at each other's throats all day long, and we're having reasonable, meaningful conversations other than politics. You know, we just agreed not to talk about politics with each other. That's pretty simple. And that's what we need. That's unity. That's the unity I'm calling. And I don't know what nationality he is. He's not white. He's not like me. He's different. He's a minority, or I don't know if he's Mexican or what, or Indian or something, but he's got a darker complexion skin, but he speaks perfect English. It's like, again, don't care what he is. I don't care. I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care. We have a black guy at my old job too that I talk to all the time. So it's not like that's diversity. And that's also unity. We have meaningful conversation. We're sitting there joking around. We're sitting there talking and, you know, having fun. And I don't know, nor do I care how he stands politically. We just, you know, that's unity right there. That's unity. We're diverse. A Hispanic of some sort, Colombian or Puerto Rican or something, whatever he's from. I don't know. Don't care. A black, African American, whatever the term is for that. And me, a white boy. That's diversity. We can have meaningful conversations even though we don't agree on everything, and politically, that's unity. See, we can do both. But war, you're kind of going off the deep end there a little bit, you know, and I think some of these people, they need to be held accountable for that. I think everybody needs to be held accountable. But anyway, video's getting kind of long. Think about that. Just wanted to give you something to think about, you know, think about it, that, you know, and if you know what, and, you know, like I said, tell me what you guys want. Let's have a conversation. Tell me, you know, like, what is it? What is it that the Democrats want? Do they want diversity? Do they want unity, or do they want war? Because really, you can only have two of those. And if you're doubling them up, you can have war and you can have diversity. You can have unity, you can have diversity, but you can't have unity and war. So, I mean, you can't have all three of those. So what's it going to be? What is it you guys want? If you're on that side, let's talk about it. Let's not call each other names. Let's have unity and talk about it. Tell me, what is it you guys want? What is it that the Dems are actually wanting here? I know you're upset at Trump and Musk for auditing the government, which, again, I don't think that's a bad thing. I'd like to know. But some of you are just totally, you know, anti-corruption or something. You want or whatever it is. I don't know. Let's have a conversation. You know, I'm interested in having a conversation with you. So let's do it. It's not, like I said, let's have that unity that the Democrat side has been calling for. Let's have the diversity and the unity. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Anyway, interested in your comments. if you made it this far and you want to comment and let me know. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Love you. Again, at the time of this recording, the channel is still demonetized. There'll be a link below. If you feel like donating, there'll be a little link to my PayPal down below. If you feel like it, I'm not pressuring you to do that. But if you wouldn't mind, at least subscribe. If you don't mind, that would help me out a ton. Just by doing that. I know, like I said, it's been demonetized, so any help would be great. I don't even care. Just subscribe, like, share, comment. The normal YouTube stuff would be awesome. Appreciate every one of you. Couldn't do without you. Still got another month or so, a month and a half maybe, until I can apply for monetization again. Stupid, it's dumb. I tried appealing it and they did not. It's like, whatever, I'll just wait it out and try it again. So hopefully, if we're remonetized, by the time you watch this, should be memberships and super thanks and all that. If you feel like doing such a thing, I'm trying to build the family here. We're a family. We're not just subscribers. We're a family. But anyway, again, I appreciate every one of you, even the non-subscribers, just the ones here watching. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate the view. I appreciate the comment, the subscribe. But anyway, again, appreciate you. YouTube stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.